as we give you your continuing coverage of the MPBL's 6th season. Ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, coming to you live from the Cuneta Astrodome, the home of the Pasay Voyagers. And tonight they have a tall task at hand as the Abra Weavers are in town to take on Don Reverente and the rest of the pink shirts. We have always talked about it. Pasay tends to be a different team here inside the Cuneta Astrodome, but let's see if they can actually size up against these talented Abra Weavers in this game. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Endicio. Coach Mike, simple question. If you're Pasay, what do you have to do against Abra?
Well, you gotta be really good defensively here against this very strong and very potent offensive team in Abra, and that's just a tall order, and hopefully they do good on the home court.
Abra haven't lost so far in the 6th season of the MPBL. Let's talk about their previous game. Of course, Coach Tantan Banal is so happy with his new team. This is the most talented roster that he has ever had in the history of the MPBL. In their previous game, they beat Marikina.
Well, it really boiled down to how they execute offensively itong Abra. They were trailing at the start, but eventually went on a 7-0 run. Mac Tadio led all scorers with 15 points, followed by Prince Capiral with 11 points and 8 rebounds. And a lot of that has to do with the way they shot from the three-point region. They shot, 25% from there. And the offensive rebounds, 18 out of the 48 rebounds that they got altogether in that match.
It's good to see Mac Talio get his groove back here in the MPBL. But for Prince Capiral, who you mentioned, he's out in this game because of a minor knee injury. So let's see how Coach Tantan Banal and company can adjust. Now let's talk about the Pasay Voyagers. This team, in their previous outing, lost in double overtime. What a heartbreaker that was versus Negros.
That was a real close one. 7 lead changes and 10 ties until Negros took that lead later in the third quarter. Bonifacio, Victoria, and Sleet were actually really good in that game. But then again, come the second overtime, they couldn't stop Jeremy Cruz with all those 6 points. It couldn't execute in the final possession, eventually giving up that double overtime loss to Negros.
22 points, 11 rebounds for Jem Cruz in their previous outing. But then again, it's a different situation tonight for Pasay. They do have their 6th man, the crowd here inside the Cuneta Astrodome. Now we turn you over to Richard Tampos to get things going.
This is gonna be exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got tonight's main game. Abra Weavers versus your Pasay Voyagers. Live on the MPBL FB page, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Satellite Channel 53, and on Pilipinas Live app, the 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6 presented by Extreme. Here are the starters. Let's begin with the Abra Weavers. At forward number 14, Mike Cañete. Also at forward number 5, JC Recto. Playing center number 15, GP Faundo. Guard number 3, Wendell Comboy. And at one guard number 0, Clint Escamis. Abra Weavers head coach is Jonathan Banal. His assistants are Don Uro, Dexter Rosales, and James Ong Pin. Team managers, Mayor Billy Donato and Mayor Glenn Eduarte. Team Governor, Attorney Russell Bragas. Team owner is Co-Mayor JB Bernos. And now, the starting 5 for your Pasay Voyagers. At guard number 18, Keanu Caballero. One guard number 1, Lawrence Victoria. Playing center number 4, Warren Bonifacio. At forward number 10, Patrick Sleet. The other forward number 13, Dr. Fly, Don Reverente. Pasay Voyagers is led by Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches Vic Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Cholo Martin, Willie Generala, Wendell Cadiz, Adrian Boal. Team managers Jonathan Tolibas. Team owners are Lian Calixto Rubiano, Mickey Ligon, Raul Bajazo, David Castro, and JD Castro.
The starting fives of the game are brought to you by Buenas. And we're seeing two SGL players for Coach Tantan Banal and Clint Escamis and JC Recto, joining Mike Cañete, GT Paundo, and Ino Comboy on the other end. There's also a bit of a twist on the starting lineup for Coach Marlon Martin, as Keanu Caballero is at the backcourt with Lawrence Victoria. We still have Juan Bonifacio at center, with Don Reverente at power forward, and Patrick Sleep at small forward. There you see the former FEU Tamarao teaming up with Lawrence Victoria, the usual star for the Pasay Voyagers, a usual scorer for them. Well, he's gotten some help here in the 6th season of the Mpbl, but we did mention that they seem to have gotten smaller in this campaign, Coach Mike.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, hopefully the addition of Patrick Sleet in this rotation for Coach Marlon Martin is going to bring in a lot of opportunities offensively and defensively for the Voyagers.
In their previous game, let's check the statistics. Patrick Sleet played 37 minutes, scored 13. But it was Juan Bonifacio who had to play 44 minutes as their center, as Recto blocked Don Reverente to be a sideline inbound.
A well-anticipated baseline out of bounds. They saw the weak side post dive by Reverente and able to locate that and swat it away.
16 seconds gone by. Here's Bonifacio, three-pointer, too strong. Rebound to Patrick Sleep, handing it over to Lawrence Victoria. Got the switch, Victoria from the logo, no good. Great effort by Recto.
Yeah, you know, it's not that easy to get a rebound against Don Reverente. That guy is very active on the boards.
Well, he is one of the best the league has to offer in terms of rebounding, always in the top 5 in that category. Escamis pushing over Patrick Sleep, no basket. And here's Keanu, up ahead. Sleep on the run, Sleep bumps into a defender, no foul, no score.
A little bit off-footing right there on that finish by Patrick Sleet.
Back and forth we go. Numbers for Pasay. Victoria, 3-on-1. There's the bounce, and Sleet still could not finish. Good defense by Comboy.
That's right.
And here's Caballero for 3. In and out. What a start. No baskets, but a lot of action.
Well, you love the effort here of Pasay, but, you know, you have to finish with the ball going through the rim.
Still scoreless. Escamis onto Paundo. Short stab, too strong. Rebound Sleep.
Both teams starting off a little bit cold here to start the game. Executing but couldn't make a basket.
That's why all of our players at the bench are still standing up with their coaches. Almost 2 minutes gone by. Patrick Sleep finding Victoria. Hounded by Escamis. 3 on the shot clock. Does Lawrence know about it? Nice fake. Leaner, still no good. And here's Ino Comboy. FEU versus FEU. That's blocked by the younger Tamarao. Caballero, Victoria, couple of dribbles. There's the trailer. Bonifacio, Keanu, a lot of time here. 12 on the shot clock. Switch, mismatch on Warren. And that's stopped away by Clint Escamis.
A good defense there by Clint Escamis. He knew that ball was going to go back to the post after that roll down low by Warren. But this is really more of a defensive game right now. We're seeing really good defensive stops by both teams.
We are combined 0 out of 10 so far. There's the first make. Warren Bonifacio scores.
Finally, Warren Bonifacio able to carve out space and go for that first 2 points for the Voyagers.
We saw the reaction of his teammates. Medyo nangalay na rin sila sa bench nila habang nakatayo. Recto on the other end. First basket for Abra.
In the first game, in their previous game, they actually shot 25% from 3, but I feel they can even do a lot better because Abra's got very able outside shooters in their team.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. This is the first Mpbl three-point attempt for JC Recto. So he's 1 out of 1 so far in SGL for Abra. Those players are expected to leave by June. Sleet attacks. Patrick Sleet misses. Rebound. To Pañete.
So far, Patrick Sleet still scoreless on 3 attempts. That shouldn't even allow it to bother him in this game.
Are you expecting him to shoot a lot?
No, I think so too. He's one of the top scorers from the last game, along with Lawrence and Warren.
There's a miss by GP Faundo, so we're back with Lawrence Victoria. Switch, again the mismatch. Bonifacio. There's the double team, and it's a charge. Good defense by Clint Escamis.
Yeah, that's the second time in a row that Clint has actually located Warren Bonifacio on the low block. Well, Clint is, he's got size and head too to be able to defend against Warren, and see that elbow right through the chest of Clint Escamis.
Well, Escamis has been known for his defense, even in his college playing days, as you get to see the field goal story, 25% and 10% respectively. Oh, that's a charge. On the other end, same thing.
A lot of bodies crashing on the floor so far to start the game.
Marian Magat will now check in for the first time. He will replace GP Faundo.
But you see Coach Tantan Banal nodding his head. He says he likes what he sees, and you just be able to sustain it. And I like this matchup, Lawrence Victoria and Clint Escamis in the backcourt.
Clint will definitely not back down against Lawrence. There's the coverage. Bonifacio. Hand off to Patrick Sleet. Daylight. That's a lot of space.
Good false action right there. Trying to go for a ghost screen and went to that back pick, leading up to that DHO for Patrick to shoot.
That's his first make in 4 attempts. Blocking foul on the other end. But JC Recto has been quite active.
Right. And now I guess after that, you see that DHO right there with Patrick Sleet knocking it down from the outside. How much space now do you give Patrick Sleet after that first made 3?
That's the first 3-point make of Pasay out of 4 tries. Only 1 out of 1 on the other end for Abra. Escamis onto Recto. Second attempt. 1 out of 2. Rebound Cañete. There you go. That's what we love about him. He knows how to use his speed. He knows how to use his fakes as well.
Yeah, and he's very much in control, similar to how he played in Bacoor. He was a key piece in that team from last season, and him bringing it over here alongside the young guns of Abra brings a lot of versatility to Coach Tantan and the Weavers.
Not to mention finals experience. First free throw is good for Mr. Suave himself and Mike Cañete, and there you see Coach Jonathan Tantan Banal. Once upon a time, he was the youngest coach that the Mpbl could offer. And that was back in Season 4 with Rizal. There's his former player, Keanu Caballero. Bringing down the basketball for Pasay.
Keanu, one of the players that's coming out of the Taguig basketball program, used to play for Coach Bing Victoria. Very well-known offense, especially the triple post.
Is Coach Bing related to Lawrence? As Patrick Sleet was
I'm
fired?
not so sure, but definitely he's the brother of Boy Bits.
Oh,
Victoria.
okay. Boy Bits Victoria. Nice steal by Bonifacio. There's the bounce of Keanu. There's a trailer.
What a
nice. What a feed, and just a sorry miss for Patrick Sleet. Well, Keanu Caballero has given us a lot of flashy passes before. Great defense against Recto. Kick out. Escamis driving left. Pass inside. Recto will finish.
So far, that combo of Clint Escamis and Recto really showing a lot of wonders for Coach Tantan Banal.
They're trying to make the most out of the Mpbl stint. It's only, what, 3 months for them in this league. There's a foul in the interior on the other end. Let's see the replay.
You see right here, a little bit close out underneath on that drive attempt by Clint Escamis, but able to find Recto inside, right on the baseline.
Axel Inigo is in the game for the first time. I'm not sure if you heard it, but he got some cheers from the crowd. After all, he's been a hometown favorite of Pasay City. When he launches those 3-pointers, everybody already gets on the edge of his or her seat.
And of course, when you talk about Axel Inigo, you know, he's very much a Pasay Voyager player. And dami na ring followings niyan dito. And the combination with Lawrence and Warren has really fought a lot of games in the MPBL.
No conversion for Patrick Sleep.
Also a very low percentage here for Patrick Sleep. He's one out of 4, 1 out of 3 from the field.
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4, right. And he's splitting this, missed his first free throw.
Will he split it? Nope. 0 out of 2. Oh, nice pass ahead, recto to Escamis, who could not control the ball. It was a bit of a push. Now we go to the counter. Sleep, back to Victoria. Up top to Warren Bonifacio. Handoff, Axel Inigo. Another former FEU Tamaraw. There's his junior, Patrick Sleep. To the left, Inigo will score.
Well, Axel Inigo able to create space after that rescreen action with Warren on the side. Nobody right there to stop him on that floater.
Good to see him at this state after all he's been bothered by that left knee for years already. Pass inside, almost stolen away. Magat recovers, but he misses. Here's the counter, Sleet. How about that? He's fouled. He's really active running to the other end.
That's right. And that was a foot race against Clint. That's the second personal on Clint. He should get the bench now. And you want to keep Clint inside in this game. And so just too valuable. Coach Tantan is calling Clint back.
Couple of subs. Jimboy Pastoran and JLC check in as the starting man of the game is brought to you by Buenas. There you go. Iba na ang ating lapitan of the game. As compared to the first 2 games today, Patrick Sleet continues to miss from the stripe. He's 0 out of 3. I was about to mention, with him running the floor time and time again, it figures that he would be an ideal teammate to Shaq Taganas.
Right.
The master of outlet passes in the MPBL.
That's right. All he has to do is run quick.
Exactly. AJ Coronel checks in.
Well, that's one more athletic player you have on the roster of the Coach Marlon Martin.
And he has a nice matchup with John Lloyd Clemente, Mr. Clutch himself.
That's right.
Clemente working with... That was Cañete, and here's Magat. Comboy. Step back. Ooh, good defense by his former FEU teammate. Reverente. Axel. Could have been arrows up already. Nice speed. Reverente with an easy finish. There's the patience by Axel Inigo.
Just total breakdown defensively by Abra. Didn't know who was covering Don Reverente. Middle free for that too.
Now Comboy is posting up. Inigo, and he scores.
That's what you like about Comboy. I mean, the guy can post up, back to the basket, can score too.
It was actually perfect for 3x3 basketball because he can score from whatever move.
That's right.
Bonifacio backing down. He scores off the glass and in.
And Cañete right there really is trying to stay out of the way of Warren.
Pastoran meeting a teammate. There's JLC asking for a screen. Here it is from Magat. 9 on the shot clock. John Lloyd Clemente driving and missing. Battle for the board. It ends up in Lawrence. Victoria on the run. Pass back. Axel Inigo. Arrows up. Bullseye.
When you're playing at home, there seems to be nothing you can do wrong.
Again, there's a reason why the Pasay fans would cheer for him each and every time he steps into the game. Because of that, when he launches those 3-pointers, he's ready with his bow and arrow. We have a timeout. It's 15-9.
Tournament ball. Suzuki, the official motorcycle partner of the Mpbl and the Game Mix.
There's Commissioner Kenneth Durendes with a couple of our VIPs at the sideline enjoying the action between Pasay and Abra. The Voyagers are defending their home court for the first time in the season, which means that we get to see the Inigo family among others in the crowd. But we also have a sizable crowd for Abra in this game, so a big shout out to those wearing blue in tonight's outing. Now there's a foul on the other end. It's Don Reverente called for it. First foul for Dr. Fly, as Richard Tampos would call him. JLC, three-pointer, Pambawe. Nice play by Coach Tantan.
Yeah, really good corner exit screen right there. A little pin down for the exiting John Lloyd Clemente.
Axel thought about it again. Here's Bonifacio against Cañete, and there's a foul on Mike. He tried to swipe the ball.
And then it's Juan Bonifacio on that middle post up. He's undoubting versatility that he can bring to you. He can go middle, he can pull up, he can go baseline, go back, post you up. A lot of variety of ways that the Warren can actually score from there.
Here's Warren at the line. Free throw shooting so far. Now 2 out of 5 for the Pasay Voyagers. Patrick Sleep did struggle from the line early in this game. 5 points for Warren. He might just be the lone natural center in this lineup of the Voyagers.
That's right. Because Don is normally like a 4. 3 sometimes.
How about Brian Hilario? Would you classify him as a natural 5? Nice steal.
Yeah, a little bit borderline on a 4 and a 5, I guess.
Now it was Salenga who caused all the chaos, and he drew the foul. That's a charge on Marian Magat. And now Brian Hilario, MVP back in his college days, now checks in for Warren Bonifacio. There's Mr. Salenga, Jasper Salenga. Hilario is actually a homegrown of Pasay. 17-12, a minute and 14 in the opening frame. Jasper Salenga will inbound. Played 27.5 minutes in the previous game, scoring 13, grabbing 3 boards as well.
And he combined with AJ Coronel to score 23 of the 27 bench points for Voyagers in that match.
There you go. Reverente, top of the key. Off to the right, rebound Magat. And here come the Weavers. They're down by 5. Nice cross. Pasturan stops. He lost his balance, but he got his own board. Abra recovers. Jimboy on 2-man game. Pasturan saw daylight and he exploited it.
A good dribble screen right there. A rebound screen rather.
Switch. Good counter switch by Abra, but Reverente was still able to score.
Yeah, you get Reverente on that right elbow with a couple of dribbles to a rack attack. Medyo mahirap.
4 points now for Don Reverente, and now there's a turnover. Pasturan not too happy about it. That's good defense by Axel Inigo.
Yeah, that ball swung without even a really good defensive put up there. See here, Don Reverente with that drive going right. I'm telling you, elbow side, right side of the floor, Don Reverente, count it.
Last 16 seconds. Practically no more shot clock before the end of 1. Pasay up by 5. Axel Inigo going left. There's the switch. Crossover. Drive. Blocked, but there's a foul. Marian Magat is not happy about it.
Yeah, he felt that he blocked that clean.
Well, Inigo was trying to fish for that. Look at his body lean onto Marian. What say you?
Could be it's the arm below that they might have called that foul on.
But it looks like Coach Tantan Banal will not challenge it. He was actually upset with John Lloyd Clemente. Maybe JLC was supposed to help out.
Yeah. Little
Inigo
help side.
misses on his first gimme. Free throw shooting hasn't been really good for Pasay. They're under 50%.
Right.
3 out of 7. Second attempt for Axel Inigo. 1 out of 2. 20-14. 1 second here. Pastoran, he will lose time. So if you're Pasay, I'm sure you'd be happy about this.
Yeah, and despite a little bit of jittery start with Patrick's league, missing a lot of shot attempts, eventually everything normalized. Don Reverente and the guys, especially when Axel came in, provide a little bit more stability to the team. And so right now they lead 20-14.
Axel does have the best plus-minus, +7 so far in this game. So he has certainly made the biggest difference. Here he is with his first three-pointer inside the Cuneta Astrodome for the 6th season of the Mpbl. We've said it time and time again as this end of the first quarter score is brought to you by GameX. Pasay tends to play differently on their home floor. They're up by 6.
You are still watching the Mpbl. To the Abra fans, kung hinahanap niyo ang inyong back-to-back best player na si Mac Talio, although he is present here tonight, sadly we won't be seeing action from him for this game and a few more. Apparently, during their practice last Saturday, syempre kahit ensayo pa lang, bigay todo na agad ang Weavers. Unfortunately, natamaan daw ang kanyang kaliwang hita na feel niya daw na may pumitik and eventually nanigas na ang kanyang buong left leg. According to the doctor, it's a hamstring injury. Recovery time is 2 to 3 weeks at ang target date nila na makabalik si Spider Mac ay on May 3, which is scheduled to be their game against San Juan. Thanks, and Coach Mike.
Oh, they're definitely going to need Mac Talio versus the San Juan Knights. But you did see Prince Capiral as well. So it's the knee for Prince and hita, hamstring for Mac Talio. That would be quite concerning.
Yeah, lalo na in their last game, those were the top 2 scorers in that match. So Mac Talio had what, 15 points, going 3 out of 8 from the 3-point region. Prince Capiral went 11 points and 8 rebounds and 4 out of 4 from the free throw.
Right now, Abra's not doing good with their shooting, 5 out of 14.
That's right.
And 7 out of 19 on the other end for the Pasay Voyagers. Clemente drives, he misses, rebound AJ Coronel.
And this lead of Pasay is really because of defense. They got 4 steals out of it and were able to get 6 points total on points of turnovers.
Hilario working with Salenga. Brian backing down against JLC. Fadeaway shot. Too strong. Rebound, John Lloyd. Clemente looking ahead. He drives and he scores.
Very much the type of move that JLC would normally do. That's his comfort zone. And you can't afford to be sagging off of it. You got to be up there defending against it.
Now, with the absences of Capiral and Talio as Salenga scores inside, should John Luis Clemente actually start scoring a ton here for Abra?
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, he has to command the ball a lot of times and he has to be able to make a lot of conversions. But I won't take away the fact that Clint Oscam is also, he's a scorer, let's not forget that. That's aside from being a really good point guard, he can light it from the outside and to hit you with those points of turnovers as well.
Another good candidate for scoring is Ino Comboy.
You are right.
Let's see which player can step up. Patrick Sleet now returns for Don Reverente. And Reep Ugsang will make his first appearance in this game. In their previous game, Ugsang also missed out. So this is his first game in the 6th season of the Mpbl.
Ugsang is one of those big men that can actually cover a lot of length.
As this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. It's a miss for Tolentino. And can you please expound on covering a lot of length for Reep Ugsang?
Well, meaning if he's on the defending against the post up and that ball gets swung to a wing who's taking it, he can do quickly a closeout on that defender. And even if that guard...
Ooh. Sorry, Coach
Sorry.
Mike. It was an
It's okay.
air ball to the delight of the Pasay fans.
Right, and even if that that guard puts the ball on the floor, Reeve is still going to be able to recover and defend against it.
Well, actually, what you just described, that brand of defense, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's an identity of the San Juan Knights,
That's right.
which he was a part of in the previous
Before,
years.
right.
Ganun ang mga big man nila. Zach Wang,
Correct.
among others.
Even Nokum.
Noko,
As a guard, yeah.
he was a wingman.
Right.
By the way, Adrian Nokum is doing so well
Oh, yeah.
for his career right now. Adrian, wherever you may be, we are proud of you. Coach Tantan Manal not too happy at this point. After all, they're still trailing. Their undefeated record is at stake. On the other end, Coach Marlon Martin wants some time with his team to take a short break. Patrick Schlitt versus Negros had 13 points, 4 boards, and 2 dimes. And he did that in a lot of minutes, 37 and a half minutes of play. He had no choice because the game versus Negros reached double overtime.
And I feel right now he's trying to recover from a really slow start in the first quarter.
He was the second most used behind Warren Bonifacio in the previous game. That's a three-pointer. Hilario misfires. Great effort by AJ Coronel. He's like the Jordan Rios of Pasay.
That's right. Very athletic rin itong si AJ.
Patrick Schlitt dancing with JLC. Tough pass. That's a steal. JR Chavez now on the floor. Was that a nutmeg? And the feed blocked. It's a foul against Salenga. But will he challenge it?
Well, how about Zalenga going up there?
Coach Marlon doesn't seem to be wanting that challenge. He just called upon Warren Bonifacio to replace Brian Hilario. By the way, Salenga can be quite deceiving in his build. Love the athleticism from him.
That's right. And he's a really good support coming from the bench. Hindi naman ganun katangkad pero very athletic, taas rin lumundag eh.
First free throw is no good. Neil Tolentino has struggled from the line. He's 0 out of 3 so far. And that includes an air ball.
And of course, everyone who followed last year's finals, saw how animated Tolentino was defending against especially Orlan Wamar.
You want a defensive guy? This is your man.
Yeah, that's your man right there.
Second free throw, another air ball. It's getting to his mind.
Nice.
And, Coach Mike, as unfortunate as this may seem for Neil Tolentino at this moment, this is the beauty of the MPBL.
Right.
You have a home crowd supporting Pasay. They're trying to be a factor as well in distracting Neil Tolentino. And it seems to be working.
Yeah. But you like the support of the coaching staff. Everybody rose up when Tolentino went out and said, that's fine. You're going to get your opportunity a little bit later on.
Even Prince Capiral just went over to Neil. Giving him some words. That's great leadership. Salenga up top. Look at him. He's just as tall as Ino Comboy.
That's right.
3 on the shot clock. Salenga dancing with the ball. That's blocked by Ugsang. And here's Chavez. No numbers for Abra. Great find. And there's a foul. 2 free throws.
And right there, Reeve Sang really just making himself available for that finish. And that's the beauty of Reeve. He can run the entire floor and be a factor in open floor.
We have Cyrus Tabi checking in this game. Good to see him in pink. Formerly, he was wearing green with Zamboanga.
Yeah.
He actually witnessed his former team win earlier today versus Mindoro. Ugsang is now at the stripe. Short free throw shooting as a whole is now 2 out of 7 for Coach Tantan Banal's team.
That's right.
It might be a long drill for them in their next training. I'm not sure if you can hear it with through our microphones, but the crowd continues with their attempt to distract. 1 out of 2 for Reed. Now Hilario returns for AJ Coronel, so they have a bigger, heftier lineup.
And Pasay continues to lead because of better ball distribution, finding the open man.
Patrick Sleet escaping again. Tough pass. Nice feed. Victoria, too strong. Rebound JLC. Chavez going left. Nice move.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful for JR.
Oh, it's just a burst of energy right there. That's what you love about JR Chavez. We talked about the depth of the guard rotation of Abra. We totally forgot about JR.
As much as we glorified Coach Elvis Tolentino for his coaching on Mark Atabay, the same applies for JR Chavez. Off of the miss, here's Abra. Chavez calling out to play. It's a one-possession game. JLC for the tie. Too strong. Rebound Victoria. One guy ahead. And as per usual, it's Patrick Sleet. There's the trailer. Victoria. All day. Bombs away.
Well, they knew they were in trouble as soon as they saw Victoria come out of there on that opposite wing, and Paondo really just couldn't do anything.
The three-pointer is such a tool for Pasay, especially on their home floor.
And especially as they added more guards in their rotation, and Cyrus Tabi too.
It's a lot more help for Lawrence Victoria. Patrick Sleet, by the way, has made his mark in this game just by running. Here's Lawrence. Out of time. Top of the key. Yes, sir. Welcome home, Lawrence Victoria.
Lawrence says, I see you once again, my old friend. I hit one over you earlier. Let's see me hit another one.
Back-to-back three-pointers for Lawrence Victoria to extend the lead to 9 points. This was the second one. A couple of steps back with a hand on his face is no problem for the usual Pasay hero.
Yeah, and this was a little bit closer compared to the first one. Medyo 5 feet away. This was a little bit closer, but still, that's a made three.
They have a timeout, 28-19. This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. JR Chavez with a smile after that conversion. And that was before the explosion of Lawrence Victoria, who was doing this in front of Mayor Remy Calixto Rubiano, enjoying the action at the sideline. See the numbers of Lawrence, 6 points, 3 boards, 2 dimes.
Saka yung atake ni JR Chavez, actually dalawang klase, isang mabilis at isang slow step in control to finish going glass.
Kontra-tempo talaga.
Yeah.
Here's JR going right, spinning left. Look at that footwork.
Wow.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
that's a highlight by JR Chavez.
Talk about playing off 2 feet inside the shaded area and you're a guard. Yan ang nga sinasabi natin. You stay in control by playing in both your feet inside.
Victoria off of the switch. Dancing once again. Victoria needs a teammate. Did he walk? Yes, he did.
Good call by the ref. But Lawrence trying to do a little bit of JR Chavez right there. Pero, you know, naubusan siya ng options eh.
Well, he knew that he made a mistake.
Yeah.
You do have your teammates already. You can't go back to your old form when you were doing everything for Pasay last year.
That's right. You have enough help now.
Here's Ino Comboy. Sizing up Victoria. Now they go to Escamis. Recto, he's been an impact player so far. That's a miss. Rebound Bonifacio. And here's Lawrence Victoria on the run. Victoria escapes and he scores! What a stretch. 8 straight for Lawrence Victoria. Comboy could not silence the crowd. Now there's a foul on the loose ball. It's against Abra.
Well, about that move there by Lawrence Victoria. Had to dash into the front, little in and out against Comboy, and had that finish.
I hope everybody does not take for granted the in and out move.
Yep.
Everybody gets amazed with the crossover, but that is such an underrated move. It gets you by a lot of defenders.
So, ang magandang pang misdirect eh, yung in and out eh.
Mike Cañete backing down. Nice matchup against Bonifacio. Look at Cañete move, but he could not convert. Great help defense. Counter run. Cyrus Tabi all the way. No basket. Aguirre. That's a foul by Clint Escamis.
Clint once again getting called for that foul. Well, primarily it's because he's the first one right there defensively, and so long as these runs continue for the Voyagers, he will always end up having to stop. It's like the rim protector ng open floor. Eh?
Baseline inbound, Cyrus Tabi. There's Daniel Aguirre. Somebody's trying to coach from behind us. Supporting so passionately for Pasay. And here's Bonifacio. Free throw line jumper, too strong. Great effort by Cyrus Tabi. Ooh, what?
Oh, 2 guys going for that ball.
Coach Marlon will challenge this.
Right, definitely. Nobody had clear control of that rock.
All right. Referee Benjo Estroga is tearing something out with Coach Marlon Martin. It looks like we shall continue here. No challenge will happen.
They're gonna let this go. This is the second challenge that Coach Marlon Martin passed on.
Okay, so we'll also let it go. Let's move on. Chavez on the move. Tough shot. Numbers. Ooh, great counter by Escamis. Cañete, a lot of space. That's a big one.
And that's all he needs. That huge space in front of him. You leave him with that lift and that stroke, he's gonna make it.
It's now 30-24. 3 minutes and 15 remaining before halftime. Patrick Sleep. Given a lot of space there. Now it's Aguirre with a mismatch. He's called for a walk. His second straight traveling violation against Pasay.
That's right, to your point, Biggs, he actually could have taken that shot.
Now this 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. He took that shot by Cañete for sure.
But Patrick Sleep, with that defense about 5 feet away from him, he's got that entire space, could have taken it.
Reverente is back to cover Mike Cañete. 2 veterans in the Mpbl. Here's a young man. Recto is fouled by another young man in Warren Bonifacio.
Well, you have to marvel at the, aggressiveness of this guy. And he's just been right there, trying to batting it out against the other Voyagers in the middle. Recto's just been really good, putting the ball on the floor and having to finish strong inside.
Have you covered this guy before?
Not yet. This is the first time.
I'm pretty sure Coach Louis knows about this man. As Recto misses on his first gimme. Mapua. So he's with Escamis.
Oh, okay.
Right. Second free throw is good. Bit of a press here by Abra. 30-25. Cyrus Tabi. There's a mismatch.
Right.
Good switch by Pasay or by Abra, but there you go. A nice response by Cyrus Tabi.
Lost 5 out of 14 from 3 right now for Pasay. Abra's made 3 from there.
Recto couldn't make it 4. 33-25. Victoria. Defended by Recto. A nice matchup right there. Feed to Reverente. He couldn't fly high enough. And here's Ino Comboy. To the left. Recto drives. No foul. Good defense by Bonifacio. And they force the turnover.
Might I say, all the guards right here, all the 5 for Abra Weavers are very able scorers right now. Really good defenders too.
Pasay is holding its ground. They have a timeout, 33-25. By the way, we are live on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal TV, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Pilipinas Live. If you haven't subscribed yet on Pilipinas Live, we highly encourage you to do so because you will be able to catch multiple sports simultaneously with that application. For basketball, for volleyball, for football, everything happening nowadays. And for the Mpbl itself, we are live from Monday to Saturday. That's up until December. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Embisho. It's an 8-point advantage for Lawrence, Victoria, and company. Working alongside Bonifacio. Mapua to Pasay. Victoria fires. Off to the right. Great effort by Pasay. They have another chance. Sleet, cross court. Victoria fakes. 10 on the shot clock. 2 generations of Mapua right there. Escami is trying to cover Victoria. Lawrence still could not buy a bucket.
Finally, the Weavers able to control the board. They're getting out-rebounded right now, 25 versus 17. And that's really a lot of where most of the opportunities come for Pasay.
Escami is asking for his college teammate. There's a 2-man game with Recto. Clint will fire. That's short. Great effort by JC. Pass to Cañete. Tabi right there in front of him. He blocked the shot, but he was called for a foul.
Well, actually, Warren Bonifacio was ready to get some help from behind against the undersized Tabi versus Mike.
Hilario will now return alongside Tiano Caballero. Tabi will get a well-deserved breather alongside Warren Bonifacio.
Lumalim na rin talaga yung rotation ng players ng Pasay Voyagers.
That's good for them. I hope they would stay like this up until the end of the season. Last year, depth was such a problem in the playoffs for Pasay. Going up against a team like Nueva Ecija in the first round, it's not easy at all. There's Coach Tantan Banal. This should be the farthest that he would go in terms of a playoff run in the Mpbl with this deep of a roster. But this is still too early, and they're down by 6. Press break, executed perfectly. Reverente attacks, no basket. Rebound Cañete. 45 seconds to go before halftime. Ino Comboy going left. Comboy still going left. No conversion, offensive rebound. Cañete, still no good. Ball tapped away in favor of Pasay.
Well, Cañete's been really good on those rebounds too. Nakaka-figure siya dun sa action sa loob, and somehow he either gets a deflection or rebound.
After he got used to all of those banging happening in the practices of Bacoor, a lot of big men in that rotation.
Already has 4 rebounds across his name.
Full court inbound. 9-second differential. Tiano Caballero. Driving. Got the switch. There's the roll. Great defense by Chavez. Abra has time. Cañete trying to seal. JR drives instead. He lost this defender, but he misses that shot. 7 seconds. Victoria knows about it. 4 seconds. Lawrence escapes. There's the kick out. Caballero for 3. That's good. What a way for Pasay to enter the dugout. Ending the first half with a signature three-pointer.
Talk about staying with a lot of patience. That's what they've been in the first half, leading up to that final possession. And Lawrence really just trying to locate somebody else who's open. Right there, Kian knocked it down from 3.
Keanu Caballero finding a new home with the Pasay Voyagers, scoring his first 3 points in this game in front of his old coach. And there you see, he actually turned around before he made the shot. Might have gotten a look at Coach Tantan Banal as he ran off. That's what happens as the Steph Curry effect in the whole wide world. So it will definitely count. It's a 9-point advantage for Pasay at halftime. The score is brought to you by GameX.
Back here at the Cuneta Astrodome for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. And right now, we will be having our halftime interview kasama syempre ang Honorable Mayor of Pasay, Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano. Thank you so much po, Mayor, for joining me here at the half. Mayor, coming off a tight loss last game, sabi nila para daw nagtatransform at mas lalong gumagaling ang Pasay Voyagers pag dito sila naglalaro sa home floor ninyo. Sa tingin mo, Mayor, what is the reason behind that?
Siguro, kaya mas maganda at inspired sila maglaro dahil syempre nandito ang talagang full support ng mga Pasayenyo sa Pasay City Voyagers. At binabati ko ang lahat ng aking minamahal at taga-Pasay na tapat kong pinaglilingkuran at nag-thank you ako sa support na pinakikita nila sa ating team.
At Mayora, kitang-kita naman po na maganda ang tinatakbo ngayon ng inyong team. Ano naman po ang mensahe nyo sa kanila para tuloy-tuloy na maganda yung ipakita nila for the second half?
Sa Pasay City Voyagers team, syempre itong laro, gawin lang nating pa-easy-easy. Huwag iinit ng ulo at huwag mapipikon. At ito talaga ay game para mas gumanda ang relasyon ng bawat syudad sa bawat isang mamamayan. At syempre, teamwork ang kailangan, focus, at ialay ito sa ating mga Pasayenyo. At syempre po, pinapalalahanan ko rin ang aking mga kababayan, pati na lahat ng nanonood dito sa MPBL, na mag-ingat tayo dahil sobrang init. Kailangan lagi tayong uminom ng tubig para makaiwas doon sa heat stroke.
Very well said from Mayor, and thank you po for your little reminder. Mayora, baka meron pa po kayong gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Pinasasalamatan ko lahat ng ating mga supporters dito sa atin pong ball game na to, at syempre yung mga sponsors ng Pasay City Voyagers, yung My Pet Hotel, LCR Waters, at sa lahat ng ating mga supporters, lalo higit ang mga taga-Pasay at yung Happy Nails andyan din to support the team. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong lahat.
Maraming salamat din po. Once again, that is Honorable Mayor Emmy Calixto Robiano. Huwag po kayong aalis, magbabalik pa rin po ang MPBL.
is halftime for the Pasay Voyagers and the Abra Weavers. And so far, the home squad is looking good. Up by 9. Coach Mike, your numbers.
Well, primarily, if you look at the stat, it's really about Pasay getting those rebounds, looking to open floor, finding open men. That's why they lead in rebounds, assists, as well as fast break points. That's a +7 and fast break all together, and a +5 on attempts on the side of Pasay over that of Abra.
There you have it, the Coach Marlon effect once again here in the MPBL. The trust that he has given to his players has paid off. Lawrence Victoria went to have an 8-point run by himself in the second quarter to go alongside his 5 boards and 3 dimes. On the other end, we saw 2 highlights from this guy, J.R. Chavez.
Yeah, J.R. Chavez has been really good so far, playing both ends, especially on the offensive side of the floor, but really the 3-point shooting as well, where Pasay is a +3 in terms of making, shooting 35% from there.
Here's Mike Cañete, 7 points to lead the way for Abra. Recto has 6, JLC has 5, and Gerard Chavez has 4. Remember, there's no Mac Talio because of a hamstring injury and no Prince Capiral because of a knee injury in this game. On the other end, Lawrence Victoria has 8. Once again, lead the way for Pasay. Inigo with 6. Same goes for Bonifacio, and Don Reverente has 4 points. We talked about their depth improving drastically from last season. Even though this is not the tallest, or not even one of the tallest lineups here in the MPBL, they're still effective.
Yeah,
now we proceed with our third quarter.
Yeah, and it's the second chance point that's actually keeping Abra in this game, which they lead 6-0 over Pasay. And so if you're Abra, you have to be aware to control the boards so as to avoid those fast break runs.
Bonifacio bumping his way through. That's a nice calculated move.
And they waited for Clint Escamis and Lawrence Victoria to clear out of the way before he made that move.
So now the lead is 11. This is the biggest lead in this game. Recto. Nice pass. Backdoor Escamis onto Cañete.
That's the value that you get out of a Clint Escamis. I mean, he's naturally a point guard that can easily score and find open men.
That's 5 assists already for Clint Escamis in this game. Bonifacio misfires. Rebound Recto. And JC can play point, at least for that possession. JLC misfires. Rebound Escamis. Doing everything. What a feat. Recto recovers. Still no good. Chavez trying to help out to no avail. Victoria on the run. One guy to beat. He escapes and he scores.
I felt that Abra rushed that a little bit on the other side of the floor. They had enough time to reset their offense, but really tried to hurriedly score.
Lawrence Victoria now in double figures. The first man in this game to do that. At umahabol naman si Mike Cañete.
Mike so far, I guess, already has 2 3-pointers in this game. And he's going to be needing to collect from the outside if they want to come back here.
Cañete now with 12 points. Bonifacio spins against the double team. He recovers. Wow. Muscle up. Juan and Bonifacio.
Abra's got to control the boards, really. That's where a lot of the chances to score have come from Pasay. That's the first second chance point for Pasay too.
42-32. Recto, handoff. Escamis, 6 on the shot clock. Now it's Cañete. He fakes, fished for the foul. There's the recovery. Cañete will lose time.
That 24 really just blew on them. Good defense once again by the Voyagers. That's the 3rd block of the game for Pasay.
Back with Keanu Caballero. He hit the 3-pointer before we headed on to halftime. It's a foul against J.R. Chavez. Now, the Stuck Fan of the game is brought to you by Buenas. After that 1-2 by Lawrence Victoria. This is actually the man who's trying to coach from behind Coach Mike Perez. Kanina pa namin naririnig ang kanyang boses, but of course we're happy to have him. Caballero, nice feed onto Reverente. What a sorry miss.
minsan sa sobrang libre mo, magugong. You know, that was a good feed right there by Keanu Caballero.
42-32. Cañete to JLC. Drive and kick. 5 on the shot clock. Chavez could not convert. And here comes Lawrence Victoria. Who's ahead of the pack? Patrick Sleet. Instead, he gave it on to Reverente. Forward pass on the other end. JLC escaping, no foul. Ball tapped away. Cañete is on the ground. He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Numbers for Pasay. There's a foul given up. Cañete is still on the floor.
Seems to be holding on to his lower left part of his abdomen.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at Mike Cañete, but Clintus Camis was hit on the head on the other end. We all know how valuable that face is. All right, Cañete's trying to shake things up. He's on his feet, but it seems like he will have to get subbed here. Del Fabro is getting ready to check in. Let's see what happened. He got hit by Caballero.
By Caballero.
It's a gut check. And there's the foul on the other end. Tatamaan ni Reverente si Escamis. Couple of subs actually about to check in for Coach Tantan. Neil Tolentino, who struggled with his free throws in the first half, and Ino Comboy. It will be a sideline inbound for the Pasay Voyagers, and here come the bench players. But it seems like, yep, Cañete will remain on the court. Huh.
I think he's gonna go out.
Balik-balik si Del Fabro.
Yeah.
So this is final. Fabro checks in.
But there's 6 of it.
Ooh, Cañete is about to check in again. They gotta fix this. All right, the 5 on the court, just to clear it out, are Fabro, Tolentino, Recto, Chavez, and Comboy. Sideline for Victoria, working with Bonifacio, Reverente, Caballero, and Sleep. Keanu saw daylight. Three-pointer is long. Rebound, Victoria. Lawrence has 7 boards and 4 dimes.
Oh,
now he
wow.
fires and scores. Lawrence Victoria with his 3rd three-pointer in this game.
That was an unconscious shot from the outside. Really out of confidence right there.
And the lead is 13. Chavez misfires. Tolentino on the recovery. He's blocked by Bonifacio. Pasay on the run. Victoria, heat check. Oh my goodness, that's long.
I had a good line too.
Now he drives. Pass, Caballero, corner. Yes, sir. This is what usually happens inside the Cuneta Astrodome. A barrage of threes coming from the Voyagers.
Yeah, they tried to stop Lawrence Victoria from driving, but totally forgot about that corner guy. Keanu Caballero just hoisted it and found the bottom of the net for that three-pointer for the Voyagers.
Pasay is now 7 out of 19 from downtown. Timeout, Coach Tantan. They're down by 16.
You are still watching the MPBL. If you noticed, medyo nag-iba ang tinatakbo ng Weavers in this game. Sabi ni Coach Tan Banal, nagkakanya-kanya daw ang mga players at gusto lahat umiscore. Seems like nabago daw yung mindset nila for this game. We can't deny na ramdam ang absence nila Prince Caperal at Mac Talio. Kumbaga parang nawala yung stabilizer nila sa team. Dagdag pa nga ni Coach Tan, iba talaga pag may veteran present sa loob. Mas may sistema, mas may nangunguna. One more thing from their previous game, Pasay changed up a lot of their plays. Kaya daw ngayon, Abra has quite a lot of in-game adjustments. And yes, the Cuneta effect is real. Ramdam ng Abra na kahit sinong ipasok ng Pasay, lahat nagde-deliver. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Andrea. And speaking of delivering, it's Comboy making a three-pointer, a much-needed basket by the Weavers. Comboy now gets the steal. And here comes Abra. And they maximize three-point field goal shooting, 5 out of 14, 8 out of 22 respectively. Pasay on top in that category. But Coach Mike, that was great timing by Andrea to explain the absences of Mac Talio, Prince Caperal, even Tonton Bringas is out for this game. Really taking effect for the Weavers as Tolentino scores basket and one.
Well, tama ka doon, Migs. I mean, if you look at the stats, they're lagging on rebounds, which you get from Prince. They're lagging on fast break, which you get from Mac. They're lagging on three-pointers, which you also get from Mac Talio.
This play of the game is brought to you by Buenas. That's what you get from Neil Tolentino. The problem is he's back at the free throw line. 0 out of 4. 2 air balls so far. I mean, he's getting distracted by the fans. 0 out of 5. But you'll take those 2 points if you're Neil.
Yeah, but better to get that basket earlier. But to that discussion din, malaking bagay talaga yung pagkakawala nun. Sabi nga ni Coach Tantan Banal, parang nawala yung identity. And they didn't know who's gonna lead them on those categories and those stats. So somebody's gonna be parang a veteran that would lead them right now.
Even Roy Sumang is not yet suited up for the Abra Weavers. Those are the takeover types of guys,
right,
for Coach Tantan.
Mga pang-settle down, pang-kalma no?
Oo. Actually, nung una, naging topic of conversation yung mahihirapan ba si Coach Tantan dahil may Roy Sumang at may Mac Talio siya nasabay as Bonifacio scores in the interior. But now, it's the reverse. It's like they need those two.
Right.
As there's a charge called against Jimboy Pasturan.
Yeah, and you know, to that point, ngayon nararamdaman nilang kailangan nila yung mga players na yun. Mac Talio, Roy Sumang, Prince Caperal.
Now, Cañete returns for Fabro.
And so I feel Cañete should take the lead right now offensively para dito sa Abra Weavers.
They're down by 13. Bonifacio. Nice matchup right there against Recto. One and turns around. And he makes that shot.
Well, the many times that he's been in the post, he's always been going middle. And so you have to have somebody prevent him from going to that spot.
Sorry miss for Comboy. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 dimes now for Warren Bonifacio. Reverente drives. Reverente is called for a charge. Now we have 2 different referees with 2 different calls.
And so this they gotta talk over.
Let's just ask the 3rd referee what he thinks. And just so everybody knows, there's actually a new policy for referees here in our 6th season. 4 na silang pwede mag-rotate in 1 game. Before kasi may 3 at may 4th man lang. Yung 4th man nandito lang sa gilid sa mga ating IRS. Pero ngayon pwede na mag-ikot as we get to see the replay. If you are a referee, Coach Mike Perez, what will you call?
That depends on where that whistle got blown. If that high rip could be possibly, and that bump on that shoulder to the chest could be an offensive foul.
Which was first?
We'll have to see both referees blowing their whistle.
Okay. Well, there's a reason why you're an analyst and not a referee. We leave their job to them. Referees Benjo Estroga, Cornel Tungol, Rex Kamahalan. I love the last name. And Maynard Centeno. Mr. Kamahalan is the one wearing the number 6. 52-37. Coach Marlon Martin looks ahead with 4 minutes and 10 remaining in the 3rd. You know, another thing about the Cuneta Astrodome is the fact that last year, we saw a lot of close games in this venue. This was literally a nice venue for us because of not only Pasay, but even in the 1st and 2nd games played. That's why these Pasay fans have been treated with a lot of joy by the Mpbl.
And at some point last season, halos hindi matalo-talo dito sa Cuneta Astrodome, ang Pasay.
Well, they did have a tough schedule at home by the ending of the season.
Ending,
Doon
right.
nagsimula na magkaroon sila ng mga talo. But at some point, they had a stretch with 6 straight wins. They had another with 5 straight wins. All right. So, referee Benjo Estroga is now speaking with Richard Tampos.
The last attempt will not count. Offensive foul on number 13 on Don Reverente, his third. Foul on number 24, Jimboy Pastoran, his
Third
second,
foul on Don
resulting
Reverente,
in a
which,
jump
by the
ball.
way, is concerning.
Because he fouled out in the previous game.
That's
So,
right.
You gotta watch it. See here, this move by Don. That one got hit right through the chest of Jimboy Pastoran.
Okay. So, kanina sabi mo, depende sa sa perspective mo. You have 2 whistles blown. You're actually correct because there's 1 offensive foul and 1 defensive foul. That's why we had to go with the jump ball rule. So Abra will take possession here. That's quite rare.
Right.
Nagsabay sila. So double foul siya.
Magkaiba yung ano eh.
Why didn't they just call it a double foul? Diba?
Oh, right.
But isa-isa pa. Anyway, we shall continue. Here's Ino Comboy. Pass to the right. Jimboy Pastoran. Looking for a teammate. There's Tolentino. Tough shot. No basket. And here's Axel Inigo. It's been a while. We didn't see him in the second quarter.
Sayang yung empty possession na yan para sa Abra. Could have gotten something really good out of it.
Salenga trying to seal. They could not locate him. Axel for 3 off to the right. Battle for the rebound. And there's one guy ahead. Team Tolentino. Foot race. He scores.
I love that matchup of Neil Tolentino and Don Reverente also.
52-39. Salenga stepping back. And there's a mismatch on Bonifacio. Counter switch for Abra. Axel, 9 on the shot clock. Salenga at the corner. 3-pointer is long. Ball tapped away in favor of Abra. Pastoran was hit.
As he was trying to box out against, is that AJ?
You gotta check that. This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Neil Tolentino able to deliver a lot better here in the second half. Brian Hilario is back, facing Don Reverente, who's in a bit of foul trouble.
Elevator.
This Comboy going left. Ino escapes. Too strong on the layup. And there's a loose ball foul. That's on GP Paundo.
And these fouls are really like changing the momentum and slowing things here. And if you're Abra, you want to speed up the game.
Because they're catching up.
They're catching up, right?
Biggest lead was 16. And Coach Tantan Banal's immaculate record, once again, this season is on the line. This should be their toughest outing so far because they are incomplete. They're also playing inside the Cuneta Astrodome against the Voyagers. As Hilario converts on his first gimme.
Pero maganda dito for Abra is they're getting a lot of help from the bench. 16 of the 39 points coming from the bench. And so you want to build on that, but it's countered by the fast break points of Pasay. So you got to do that if you're Abra. Push the ball and not wait for the defense to set up.
2-man game up top. Jimboy Pastoran.
Good pull-up.
There's the opening and the exploitation.
That's a good pull-up right there by Jimboy. Saw those 2 guys going down after that middle ball screen and really just had to rise and take it.
Salenga open on the other end. Too strong. Rebound Bonifacio. There's been a stabilizer for Pasay. Feed inside. Coronel in trouble. Hilario got hacked. It's not every day that you get to see Brian Hilario off balance like that.
Yeah, tsaka ibang klase yung knack nila for getting the offensive rebounds as we see here, both going to that diving paundo and really just Jimboy rising up for that shot.
First free throw for Brian is good. 2 points now in this game for the homegrown.
And so kailangan itong Abra to make a little streak for themselves. Score, stop, and so that, they get some momentum on their side. You can't score one end and just allow them to get another when they go back.
Let's see if they can start here. Ino Comboy up top. It's Cañete facing up. Now he backs down against Hilario. Cañete turns around and misses. Rebound Bonifacio.
Really just enough contact right there for Hilario to try and make it difficult for Mike to score.
That's 9 boards now for Warren Bonifacio in this game. Hilario, will he back down on the other end? Spin, baseline, no foul. Counter for Abra.
He got numbers.
That's a foul.
Yeah.
Inigo knew what he was doing all along.
He didn't want to give up that fast break point. Start something for the Weavers.
Salenga will take a breather. Victoria will return for the pink shirts. 54-42, 97 seconds remain in the third frame. Sideline inbound for the former Pampanga Giant Lantern, Neil Tolentino. And here's the former Bacoor City striker. Those two went up against each other in the finals. Pastoran fires and scores.
So far, Jimboy's been the one making the good reads, making the good decisions. That time around, split that middle ball screen. But the thing is, wala nangyayari dun sa tatlo pang players on the weak side. Somebody's got to be able to cut back door to give them an option in case that shot's not available.
54-44. Victoria, screen by Warren. Lawrence drives, kick out, Bonifacio all day, short, rebound Paundo. And here comes Ino Comboy, under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Dancing against Inigo, there's the roller, and Paundo will score. Just like what you asked for, Coach Mike.
And finally, maybe that execution was a little bit slower than what I expected, but at least they got that basket. Now you got to go back, defend, and do that thing again offensively.
3-possession game. 10 on the shot clock. Inigo has it. They go to Hilario. Mid-range. Too strong. Momentum with Abra. 5-second differential. Ino Comboy working with GP Paundo. Again, Paundo's on the roll. He turns around. Shoots. And that's short. No more shot clock. 12 seconds. Inigo. Down to 7 seconds. Axel, 4 seconds. Leaner, off to the left, and that's it for the first 30 minutes of this game. This is totally manageable if you're Abra.
That's right, and it matters how they did towards the latter part of the third quarter. That little 4-point run that they did, it could be something that they can build on, but they gotta check this guy. Lawrence really just unconscious taking that shot from the outside, and Warren Bonifacio is really just having his way against the other bigs. But Paundo, as well as Jimboy Pastoran, getting into this little two-man action in the middle and finding the open spots. And those two have really been the factors why they did a little run towards the end of the third.
This end of the third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. 54-46. We'll be back for the fourth frame. Presenting our Suzuki, muscular and sporty fans of the game. Just like the Avinis, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avinis, oras na para magmotor. We're now about to begin the fourth quarter between the Pasay Voyagers and the Abra Weavers. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Envicio. Is this a zone, Coach Mike?
Yep.
Quarter scoring.
Quarter scoring right there.
Nice.
Best quarter so far. Abra with 19, and you got to build on that para sa Abra team. But again, another 3 hit there for the Voyagers.
Victoria now has 16 points, 9 boards, and 5 dimes in this game. 3-pointer number 9 for Pasay, but that's 3-pointer number 7 for Abra. How about the answer by Jimboy Pastoran?
Yeah, that's his 10th point already in this game. But again, you can't afford to just be exchanging shots and baskets. You have to get a stop.
Inigo. Up top, Ramirez. Back to Axel. 7 on the shot clock. Bonifacio facing up. The shot and the miss. Great effort by Ino Comboy. And here comes Jimboy.
Push the other way here.
Hot hand. Pastoran. Good denial by Axel. They go back to Jimboy. That's an illegal screen.
Yeah.
JB Kaundo not too happy about it, but Axel Inigo is on the ground. Let's see where he hit him. If it's the left knee, then it could be quite concerning, no? It's the groin.
Good thing is that they hit the knee.
So Axel is good to go. 57-49. Lawrence Victoria.
Kaya napaka-importante sa mga ganong situations when you're trying to do a DHO that you're supposed to do like a jump stop so that you can pivot with any other foot.
Oh, nice move by AJ Coronel. Almost got his own board. And here come the Weavers.
Gotta run the other way.
Ino Comboy. Going left, up top. Oksang was open for a while. He didn't give it to him. Oh, that's a push. And it's a foul against AJ Coronel.
Yeah, he was holding on to Reeve.
There you go. But eyes for a referee.
But before this action, though, you saw Reeve Oksang trying to ask for that ball in the three-point region. He's actually got a pretty decent shot from that area. So, you know, he's a big, pero he can shoot it from there.
I wonder if Comboy knows about that.
Yeah, that one, hopefully in practices they see that.
Yeah. This is their first time teaming up with each other. That's a steal by Coronel. Here's Axel Inigo on the run. Kick out, Victoria. Big three-pointer. That is good.
Somebody got to locate freight rate number 1, Lawrence Victoria. He's been hot from the outside. And the thing is, lahat ng tira niya puro all net, eh, no?
Oh, yes. Certainly has a nice arc to his shot. Victoria has 19 points in this game. Here he is once more. 11-point lead. Behind the back, Victoria feeds. Coronel, too strong. Counter run. Ino Comboy. No foul called. Great defense by Inigo. And that's last touch, Pastoran.
If you coach Marlon Martin, you love the effort of your guys. Diving down for loose balls and finding open men. How about this skip pass right here to Lawrence?
Everybody knew it. All the players from the bench, the Pasay crowd as well. We did mention he's the usual hero here inside the Cuneta Astrodome.
Just plain and simple basic basketball right there. Baseline drive, baseline drift.
And that's how you described Pasay's way of playing in the first half.
That's right.
That's why they have had the advantage since the beginning of this matchup. Let's see the biggest lead. Only 2 points for Abra early in this game. 16 on the other end for Coach Marlon Martin's squad against Coach Tantan Banal and the blue shirts. Coach Tantan is clarifying something with our table officials. We're good to go. Lawrence Victoria is getting ready to work with Keanu Caballero at the backcourt. They have Ramirez, Bonifacio, and Coronel at their front court. And the zone continues for Jimboy, Pastoran, and the rest of Abra.
That's right. But, you know, the thing is, do you continue with that zone considering the threes that they've hit?
There you go. Now it's man-to-man.
Right.
AJ Coronel drives. He misses. Rebound, Recto. And JC will pass the ball to JLC. Mr. Clutch on the other end could not convert for Abra so far.
Boy, look at all the 5 Voyagers underneath the paint.
Yano Caballero down low. Warren Bonifacio backing down. He spins and misses. Rebound JLC. John Lloyd on the go. Clemente is fouled.
One thing that you hope for Abra to do in transition basketball is to have control. It seems to me na parang nagmamadali masyado no? Kahit na outnumbered na yung depensa, and you see them reeling, backpedaling and all. Pero nagmamadali pa rin. You know, they're trying to force it, go inside. Could either go little pick and pop, or floaters could do too.
Now this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Free throw shooting hasn't been too friendly for Abra in this game. They're 6 out of 14. Make that 7 out of 15. That's 6 points for John Lloyd Clemente so far.
Yeah, they're still very much in this. There's a lot of time. Just gotta get a good stop.
Here's Warren Bonifacio. They're up by 10. Keanu Caballero. 2-man game up top. Switch. Bonifacio against Recto.
Wow.
Nice spin and the conversion.
They really waited for that moment for Warren to seal off against Recto underneath.
16 points, 9 rebounds for Warren Bonifacio. JLC. Recto. Spin. JC. Could not buy a bucket. Battle inside. And here come the Voyagers. Keanu on the run. Keanu behind the back to Referente, who misses. Counter on the other end.
You got numbers.
Chavez sidestep. No good. Rebound Recto. Still no good, but that's a goaltend.
Yeah, that's a goaltend right there.
The ring absolutely moved. Now Mike Cañete will return. He does have 12 points and 9 rebounds to his name. Leading scorer and rebounder of Abra.
And because the three-pointer is there, this is still pretty much a close game. But again, it boils down to stops and controlling rebounds.
Patrick Sleet, driving kick. Bonifacio to Caballero. How about Keanu? He's been big time for Pasay. Caballero escapes. That's a foul. What a matchup against J.R. Chavez.
And J.R. Chavez right there, left alone in the island. Cañete could not close out and help because Patrick Sleet was on the other corner. So if he helps out, easy kick out right there for Patrick.
You know the story about J.R. Chavez with Rizal? He's a homegrown of Rizal. He tried out for Rizal. He wasn't able to get in. But he got into Marikina. Of course, all this time, he would carry on that load against Rizal, the team that featured Keanu Caballero. So now that he's blossomed in the MPBL, he's getting another shot to try to neutralize this guy, Mr. Caballero. We're just wearing different uniforms for those two. And this is an escape for Clint Escamis. Good effort by Abra. The lead is 8.
Yeah, it's down to 8 points, and they're pretty much still in this. Again, boils down to stops, controlling the boards, getting back defensively, especially out in open floor.
3-possession game. Great tap by Chavez. His recognition, locating Prince Charming himself. How can you not locate Clint Escamis on the run? So, will this ignite Abra? Let's see. We have a timeout. Back inside the Cuneta Astrodome, where we are seeing a handful of Abra supporters. So big shout out to them, but a big shout out to the Pasay supporters as well, present as always. There's Ana Banal, the wife of Coach Christian, or no Christian, Jonathan. Shout out to Coach Christian Luanzon, who will be returning to the MPBL soon. It's a turnover. Clint Escamis attacks and he scores.
Well, it's high time that Clint Escamis finally gets a little rhythm here.
Oh, risky pass. Bonifacio recovers. There's Victoria. The lead is 6. Only a 2-possession game. Reverente stolen away by Escamis. What a stretch for him. No look feed. Directo. Kick out. JLC. Short. And there's a loose ball foul. But if you're Abra, you're happy. Under 5 minutes, that's a lot of time to catch up. Just 6-point advantage. This play of the game is brought to you by Buenas Cañete, locating Clint Escamis. So that's back-to-back baskets for him.
And what a little streak here brought by Clint for the Voyagers.
Here he is. A taller defender now in front of him, Patrick Sleek. Escamis, what a matchup. Oh, he almost traveled. There's the cutter.
Wow.
Clemente with a nice move. 62-58. The pressure is on. Patrick Sleek, defended by John Lloyd Clemente. There's the cross. The drive. Basket and one. What a move by Patrick Sleek. That's the first foul of John Lloyd Clemente. How about that? For the first-year player here in the MPBL. I did mention physicality will always be the #1 adjustment for the new guys in this league. Now, speaking of physicality, Abra is actually questioning as to whether or not there was actually contact.
I want to get to this. I think they're asking for a review here.
They can challenge.
Right.
We actually haven't seen a challenge today in all 3 games. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Wala pa.
Wala pa.
Maraming mga munti ka na, pero hindi natuloy.
And I think 3 times earlier, Coach Marlon Martin, didn't want to push through with the review or the challenge.
Technical foul is called on Abra Weavers for improper bench decorum, second infraction.
Technical foul on the bench of Abra. Coach Tantan has to manage the people wearing blue at the side. He's used to this. He knows how to be on the road. But now Lawrence Victoria is at the stripe.
Earlier, when you look at the review on that drive by Patrick Sleet, Clint Escamis could actually not help out because he had Lawrence Victoria on him on the corner.
Victoria converted on the technical free throw. 65-58. 4 minutes and 20. So now it's the bonus free throw for Patrick Sleet. This is coming off the play that you just described. Felt like a long time ago.
Right.
Trying to clear things out here at the sideline. There seems to be some clarification happening. But Patrick Sleet is getting ready to shoot free throws, or just a free throw. He did struggle from that line in the first half. He's currently 1 out of 4.
Yeah, 1 out of 4.
Here's the bonus. Six points, 5 boards, 2 dimes. Another missed free throw, but he got his own board. Wow! Napaganda pa para kay Patrick Sleet.
But the thing is, there were 2 white shirts right there, actually capable of controlling that board.
No one boxed out the shooter.
Right.
That's usually task #1 for you.
That's right.
Escamis double cross. He's fouled and he almost made the three. Imagine if that actually went in.
And right now, Clint Escam is trying to take over right now, and rightfully so. Somebody's got to be able to bring those points in.
Well, no Mac Talio, no Roy Sumang. Now you have to rely on your SGL and Clint Escamis.
Tsaka maganda energy na binigay ni Clint when he came in. That little run of layup, fast break points and cuts.
Oh, now we have a challenge. Wow.
I think they're saying that there was a kick on the side of Clint as he went for that three.
Well, this is basically a timeout for Coach M. You can see him on his knee with his board. If you've heard it before, there's that Coach M effect with the Pasay Voyagers. He is such a player's coach that it will be easy for you to trust him. After that, he will also trust you in return.
The challenge made by Pasay Voyagers was unsuccessful.
A successful challenge. That effect has gone on to provide us with this Pasay Voyagers team. Quite entertaining in the Mpbl, especially on their home floor. Their free will has been well exploited, especially by stars like Lawrence Victoria, among others. So there's the foul.
That was a good call.
Would that actually have been an unspoke?
I think that's a natural movement on the shot of Clint.
Okay.
As he was falling away.
Escamis will shoot free throws. First one is good out of 3. That's 5 points with 7 dimes now for Clint Escamis.
All of them in the fourth quarter.
The reigning NCAA MVP representing the Mapua Cardinals. The same college that Coach Tantan Banal went to. The lead is down to 7. Here's the third one. Three out of 3.
2-possession game.
Full court man-to-man.
Stop is all they need here.
Don Reverente up top versus Recto. Patrick Sleet. Where will he go? On the horns play. 7 on the shot clock.
Watch
Up
out
top,
for Warren.
Bonifacio. Back to Sleet. 3 seconds. He will fire. That is straight. And it went down for Patrick Sleet.
They wasted enough time to get that shot off. And that's going to be a foul right there on Lawrence. Trying to be too close to Clint Escamis.
A lot of grabbing. That's the second foul. As you take a look at this cold-blooded three-pointer. Hand in his face. Jump shot. Bottom for Patrick Sleet. He's in double figures.
Recto had the right thing because Patrick has been struggling on the field so far. And so that little space that he created really was just waiting for some other option.
Sleet is now 4 out of 9 from the field. Escamis is still perfect from the line. Now Neil Tolentino will return. He has done this a lot of times already in his Mpbl career. Come through during the clutch to play defense. Second free throw is good. And Tolentino will replace JC Recto. It's a smaller lineup now for Coach Tantan Banal.
That's right, I was going to say the same thing. This is small ball for Coach Tantan here.
It's Clemente who will be guarding Reverente. Sleet guarded by Tolentino. Look at how low he is. Patrick Sleet off the switch. There's the drive and the foul.
There were 2 ways that point of attack would have gone. Except aside from Patrick Sleet driving, you see Lawrence Victoria really backing down on Tolentino, and he had his number, and he could have been fed right there to the low block.
Now Patrick Sleet is back at the line. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 6.
Wow.
It's going to be a long free throw day in the next practice for Coach Marlon Martin, especially for Patrick Sleep.
Right.
Can he convert? There you go. 2 out of 7. Just below 33%. Chavez now checks out. Ino Comboy is back in. Salenga is also in. He will try to defend Clint Escamis.
Looks like he's going to be the primary creator now.
3 minutes and change. 2-man game up top. Escamis, no foul. That was way short. And here comes Lawrence Victoria. He drives. Victoria will miss. Reverente got the offensive rebound. Victoria almost lost space. They have time. That's snapped away by Clint.
And just active hands right there by Clint Escamis, understanding that ball was going to go back to Lawrence Victoria.
7.3 on the shot clock.
7 on the shot clock. Pasay up by 8. Sleep needs a teammate. There's Warren Bonifacio.
The third is out.
He attacks. Bonifacio will score. 18 points and 11 rebounds.
That's really just the best thing you can do if you're Pasay. Clear out that entire middle space because that's where Warren's been operating successfully.
It's back to a double-digit lead. Tolentino onto Escamis. Where can they go? This has been a struggle. Comboy dancing. He pulls up. Tough shot. Short. Great effort by Escamis.
Wow.
Back to Clint. Step back. That's a 2. Short.
Had a good look.
This is where you miss Mactalio.
Yeah, exactly. That moment when they needed someone who would create and initiate the offense, that's where Mactalio would come in.
These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. Oh, what a feed. Lawrence Victoria to Don Reverente.
Nawala yung depensa ni Tolentino or ni Comboy right there. And a good dive by Don Reverente.
That's 6 points for Don Reverente, but how about Lawrence Victoria? 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists for him.
Yeah, as soon as Comboy helped out, Don was there really just to claim that space and make that shot.
He's the Mactalio of the Pasay Voyagers.
Right.
Talking about Lawrence Victoria. That's a finisher for you. 75-63. Warren Bonifacio versus Negros had 13 points and 8 rebounds in 44 minutes of play. In this game, he's only played 33 minutes. Mababa na yun sa lagay
Yeah.
ngayon. But his numbers are way better. 18, 11, 5, and 2 steals.
And really just all over, overall really good basketball here. Not just by Warren, but even by Lawrence Victoria. Those two just really changing opportunities to lead their team.
It's a 12-point advantage. Abra needs buckets fast. Instead, they give up a turnover.
Now this is where you really miss a Mactalio right here.
Salenga, great recognition right there to pass the ball quickly. Bonifacio asking for it, almost a steal by Escamis.
Mo, you love the fight here on Clint Escamis. I mean, he's doing everything right now.
Now we have a timeout for Coach Marlon Martin. This is a comfortable cushion with only 83 seconds remaining. Take another break. There's Ryan Dapedran, one of our finance officers in the Mpbl. And there you see some more of our VIPs. Joe Ramos, Kenneth Durendes, Rudy Distrito, George Moxino. And of course, Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano enjoying the action. Pasay does have a comfortable cushion here. They're up by 12. Axel Inigo, Salenga. This is a big one. Short. Rebound, JC Recto. Up ahead, JLC. 2 points. The lead is 10. Still possible.
Yeah, still possible, but you gotta get a stop.
There's the press. Risky pass, Salenga. Needing a teammate. Almost traveled. Forward onto Don Reverente.
Barely crossing that half-court.
Axel Inigo wisely slowing things down. Now he attacks. Step back. This is the dagger. There you go. Axel Inigo from downtown.
And Pasay right now, they're a +5 on 3-point makes. And that's just been the story so far.
You know, Lawrence Victoria might be the star of Pasay, but somehow, some way, Axel seems to always have the exclamation point for Pasay.
Yung timing ng basket no? Parang tapusin na natin to right here.
Look at this step back. With all the confidence in the world, even the fans knew it already.
Kakapasok lang niya.
Exactly. Parang bumulong yata siya kay Coach M. Coach, pang-clutch lang ako 78-65. Escamis just missed his first free throw in this game.
But if you're Axel, you're loving that you have other teammates now who are able to step up, especially on the guard rotation. It's helping them a lot.
Oh, Comboy just stealing the ball away, but still he couldn't buy a bucket. I want to see his shooting. Let's check that. Ino Comboy is 2 out of 11 from the field. It's less than 20%.
They actually did a good job of trying to close the gap on the fast break opportunity. Right now, it's just a +3. Para dito sa Pasay, earlier it was what, a +7, I think, at the half. And a lot of it has to do with Clint Escamis pushing the ball and getting to those open spots.
Now, I wonder, as Cañete scores inside on the putback, I wonder if this would actually ignite Escamis for Abra in their next game.
I think he should, because they need somebody who would carry in that load of scoring.
Remember, he's used to owning his team. He's an MVP.
That's right.
And of course, it's hard to think about owning Abra if you have guys like Mactalio, Ino Comboy, Mike Cañete. But there you go. Is it needed already? Andrea reported that Mactalio is out because of a hamstring injury. We also found out that Vince Caperal has a knee injury, so it might take a while. Pasay's up by 9. Just burning the clock here. And there's a foul given up, so it's free throws for Cyrus Tabi. This would be the first loss of the season for the Abra Weavers.
And this is a big one for Pasay. Considering they just got off a double overtime loss against Negros. That too was another tough team to go up against.
Negros is now 3-0, by the way. And if you're Pasay, this should be a confidence builder.
Right.
When you're back on your home floor, good things tend to happen.
Pero kailangan ma-assure nila, even if they're visitors on other venues, dapat consistent pa rin.
Yes.
Yeah, consistent pa rin how you guys play. And definitely Patrick Steed's gotta be better, especially when they go to other venues.
I actually wonder if Patrick Steed is going to finish the season for the Pasay Voyagers. That would be a big loss if ever. As Comboy misfires, JLC still working hard, and that's in. The lead is 7, but we only have 8 seconds remaining.
Both teams actually started off medyo wala sa momentum. No? Yung start ng first quarter, they were what, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 11.
That's actually been a theme for all of our games today. Axel Inigo returns for Juan and Bonifacio. So Reverente is at the 5. There is a full court press, and you'll need guards to help you out with this one. Your side of Stabby, that should do it. Salenga will still attempt. He was blocked and fouled by Comboy. Ooh, he's holding on to his right knee. And that's really unfortunate because the game's about done already.
Right. That right knee is holding on to.
That's one of the things that he might learn here in this league. Sometimes you just have to make sure that you're safe.
Look at that. Ooh, so up. Ooh, that big, everything was on that right leg.
Oh, now we have a challenge. Wow. With 2.7 seconds remaining. Well, if you're Coach Tantan Banal, maybe you're just practicing that mentality that you play until the final buzzer. All right, we're waiting for the decision of our referees. Referee Cornel Tungol now proceeds to Richard Campos.
The challenge made by Abra Weavers was unsuccessful. Foul on number 3, Wendell Comboy's third.
There you go. So it's free throws here for Salenga. Let's see what happened. Ayun. Body contact.
Yep.
At the line, shooting 2, Jasper Salenga.
Jasper Salenga will now shoot 2 free throws with 2.7 seconds remaining. First one is no good. Just waiting for the final score here. Second one is still no good. One final shot. Ino Comboy, that's short, and that's it. The Pasay Voyagers defend their home court successfully for the first time in the 6th season of the MPBL.
Yeah, and they had Abra actually had an opportunity to create a little run, especially with Clint and Scamis coming in. But they really just couldn't sustain that momentum. And again, it really goes back to the absence of Mactalio and Prince Caperal. The needed presence on the primary initiator of the offense, as well as a big man in Prince Caperal.
Now this best player of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Once again, the hero of Pasay is Lawrence Victoria. He's been playing well, or he played very well in all sorts today. 20 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Would you actually like to give shout-outs to other players?
Yeah, well, Warren Bonifacio did really good as well in the game, especially because he took turns with Lawrence Victoria to fill in the numbers.
This final score is brought to you by GameX, 78-72. Patrick Sleet also had 12 points, a big-time three-pointer included at that. 6 rebounds, 2 assists as well for Mr. Sleet. But Victoria not only has the best stats, he has the best plus-minus, plus 15 in this game. He is with Andrea Indicio.
First of all, congratulations, Lawrence. Maganda ang pasok ng season na ito para sa'yo. Nandun yung consistency at nandun din yung improvement because tonight double-double ang performance mo. At kahit nga maraming bagong muka dito sa Pasay Voyagers, ikaw pa rin ang kasama ko dito sa courtside for a best player interview. Anong masasabi mo?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay God. Binigay sa amin yung unang panalo, lalo dito sa home court namin. And ginawa lang namin yung mga pinapagawa nila, Coach. Yun lang.
And Lawrence, we can't really confirm it unless marinig namin sa inyo, no? Pero kahit sino talagang bunutin sa inyo sa venue, ito talagang nagde-deliver. So tatanungin na kita, totoo ba ang Cuneta Astrodome effect sa Pasay Voyagers?
Oo, siyempre, unang-una, dahil sa mga crowd na sumusuporta dito.
Alright, meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay God and kay Boss Egay and Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano, Expedia Management Investment, My Pet Space Hotel, NCR Dental Clinic, LCR Waters, and happy birthday to Boss Lian Rubiano, Ma'am Cha Soto, Shea Marqueses, and Miss Nikki Isidro, and kay Boss Big Boy na sumusuporta sa akin, and yung mga tropa ko, JBBI, Boss Pringoy, Boss Ako, Boss Idol, and yung wife ko, yung mama niya, and yung family ko sa Cavite, papa ko, kapatid, mga pamangkin ko, and yung mga sumuporta sa akin, taga Makati, mga Batang Sporting, sila Cholo, yung mga nakalimutan ko, sorry.
Thank you so much. Once again, that is Lawrence Victoria, our Buenas player of the game. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Andrea. Congratulations to Lawrence Victoria for being the hero again of Pasay. Tomorrow, we shall proceed to the Paco Arena in Manila. So, the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA will take on the Bataan Risers in the main game. But before that, it's Bacolod versus Sarangani. And then, the Bulacan Cuyas will take on the Pangasinan Heat Waves. That's for your MPBL Wednesday. We wrap up our set of games today inside the Cuneta Astrodome. Congratulations to the home squad for getting the victory. Thank you for joining us for Andrea Endicio and Coach Mike Perez. My name is Mix Gomez. At ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.